I finally know where I belong. I spent 10 years chasing dollars, 5 more chasing someone's dream. Changed addresses like the seasons, trying to be everything. I've slept beneath tall buildings, I've watched oceans touch the dawn, but every road I call tomorrow somehow left me feeling gone. I took the long way home through 100 different towns, lost some people that I love, lost myself a couple times. I took the long way home till I finally understood you can spend your whole life running from the place that knew you best. Sometimes the long way home is the only way you get there. Mama's porch looks a little smaller, Daddy's hair is almost white. That old oak is still standing like it waited every night. My room isn't mine anymore, but the hallway smells the same. And nobody asked what I'd accomplish, they were just glad that I came. All those years I thought home was what I had to leave. Now I know home was what kept waiting for me. I took the long way home through the broken and unknown. Every wrong turn, every goodbye was another road that brought me home. I took the long way home, and now I finally know you can chase the whole wide world and still find everything you need at the end of the long way home. $200,000 on the odometer, crack running down the glass. Coffee stain beside the shifter, from a girl who's in my past. Then I got outside of Memphis, scratch from moving dad last June. Every mark has got a story, every mile remembers too. Miles don't lie, they tell you where you've been, who you loved, who you lost, where you broke and tried again. You can paint over the damage, but the road still knows the truth. Miles don't lie, they just keep adding up on you. Backseat held my baby daughter, now she's driving on her own. Same old truck that brought her home will someday take her somewhere gone. Maybe growing older is just learning to read the road. Miles don't lie, they tell you where you've been, every wrong turn, every good one, every place you start again. You can trade away the pickup, but you can't erase the truth. Miles don't lie, they just keep adding up on you. Motel room 29 had somebody else's past inside. Bible drawer burned out light, rain running down the vacancy sign. I opened up the bedside stand, found an old Polaroid in my hand. A young man smiling next to his wife, looked like somebody starting a life. Motel room 29, everybody leaves something behind. Photograph a broken dream, and ain't nobody remembers seeing. Motel room 29, I checked in running from my life, but somebody else's yesterday made me wonder why I'm running away. safe, I'll wait for you. No date, no town, no final line. Just two people frozen in time. I picked up my phone at 2:15. Called the number I swore I'd never ring. Motel room 29. I finally stopped out running mine. One old picture from a stranger's life sent me driving home that night. Nothing left but highway. That's enough for me. Lost my job on Monday morning. She packed up Tuesday night. Bank took back the little house. By Friday, nothing felt right. I threw 2 bags into my truck, left that county in the rain. Had nothing left worth holding, and nothing left to blame. Nothing left but highway, nothing but sky ahead. No key inside my pocket, no promises left unsaid. Nothing left but highway. Maybe that's what freedom means. When you've lost everything you wanted, you find out what you need. I slept beneath the desert moon, worked 3 towns down the line. Found out a man can start again if he gives himself some time. I used to fear an empty road. Now it's the only place I know where tomorrow still feels mine. Nothing left but highway. Sun coming through the glass. No reason to keep looking at everything that's past. Nothing left but highway, and a heart that's finally free. When you've lost everything you wanted, you find out what you need. One more mile to you, baby, just hold on. can come back home to me. I've been doing 87 since I crossed the county line. Every road sign getting smaller, every memory getting loud. One more mile to you, one less mile alone, one more white line disappearing till I finally make it home. One more mile to you, I'll spend the whole night driving through. If there's still one chance to save us, I've got one more mile to you. Rain is beating on the windshield, gaslight blinking red, but your voice keeps pulling harder than the fear inside my head. I was wrong, you were right. Some things ain't worth winning if you lose the love of your life. One more mile to you, sunrise breaking through. I can see your porch light glowing like it's pulling me to you. One more mile to you, no more pride to get me through. If there's still one chance to save us, I've got one more mile to you. We were raised on back roads where the blacktop disappears. Friday lights at the high school Chevy park behind the field. Fight down by the river, first kiss we thought was real. Fishing poles on Saturday morning, Sunday sitting in a pew. There wasn't much to do out there, so we learned to make it do. Raised on back roads, dust flying off the tires. Raised on back roads, cheap beer and bonfire nights. We didn't need much money, we had everywhere to go. Yeah, everything I know about living, I learned out on those back roads. Learned out on those back roads. Some moved with, some joined the army, still work. Some still work their daddy's land. But every Christmas when we're home, we're 17 again. Raised on back road, dust flying off the tires. Raised on back road, old songs and summer nights. Wherever life may take me, there's one thing I still know. calloused hands mean more than a rich man's plans. Mama taught me keep my word, even when the truth still hurts. I've been broke, I've been beat, I've had trouble at my feet, but every time this world gets hard, I remember who we are. I got a red dirt heart, born where the blacktop ends, been cracked apart, still beating like hell again. I ain't polished, I ain't perfect, I ain't changing who I am. Got a red dirt heart and red dirt on my hands. Old truck running 20 years, few good friends and a couple beers. I don't need a city light to know my life is going right. Knock me down, I'll hit the ground, then stand back up. That's how we're built out here. I got a red dirt heart, born where the blacktop ends, been cracked apart, still beating like hell again. Oh! You can take my money, you can take everything I own, but this red dirt heart will always lead me home. Woo! She left with the summer, last week of August rain. One suitcase in the backseat, and tears she wouldn't explain. The whole town knew she wanted more than these county lines. I thought she'd turn around someday, I thought we still had time. She left with the summer, took the sunlight when she went. Now September feels like winter, and I know what losing meant. She left with the summer, like a sunset fading slow. I didn't know how much I loved her till I watched her tail lights go. Her name's still on the mailbox, her coffee cup still here. Her mama says she's doing fine. I pretend that's what I wanna hear. Some things only become clear when the season disappears. She left with the summer, took the best part of this town. Now every warm wind reminds me of the love I let slip out. She left with the summer, and I finally understand. Sometimes forever leaves you before you know what you had. I spent 5 years chasing neon, tried to make my name mean something. Played every bar on Broadway till the noise stopped sounding like a dream. One Sunday I just kept on driving past the places I was supposed to be. Found a town with one red light, and something there felt right to me. Somewhere south of Nashville, where nobody knows my name. Coffee cost $1. Nobody asks about fame. Somewhere south of Nashville, I remembered how to breathe. Funny how I found the life I wanted when I quit chasing the dream. Now I know the girl at Miller's and the old man at the store. Friday night we play some music, but I don't need a stage anymore. Sometimes getting lost is how you get found. Somewhere south of Nashville, underneath the quiet moon, I've got less than I once wanted, but I've got everything I need. Somewhere south of Nashville, I finally learned to breathe. Funny how I found the life I wanted when I quit chasing the dream. Sunset on an empty road, your picture on the passenger side. I've been driving since the funeral, trying to understand goodbye. Desert burning red and gold, long shadows stretching through the dust. Funny how the world stays beautiful when everything you love is gone. Sunset on an empty road, miles and nowhere left to go. I don't know what comes tomorrow, I just know I have to know how to live without your voice, how to carry what I lost. Sunset on an empty road, teaching me to keep moving on. Watch the last light leave the sky. For the first time since I lost you, I didn't ask the heavens why. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to carry love. Sunrise on an empty road, and for the first time I can know I can miss you, I can love you, still let tomorrow grow. There's a whole world past this sorrow, I think you always knew. Every road that leads me forward still carries part of you. Never asked for diamonds, never asked for much at all. Just somebody who would stay there when the good days turn to hard. You needed me to listen, I kept trying to be right. By the time I learned the difference, you were gone into the night. I loved you like a boy when you needed me to be. Steady as a mountain, someone you could still believe. I couldn't be. Now I pay the bills on Friday, keep my promises these days. Funny how I learned to grow up after you had walked away. I'd give anything to know then what losing you finally taught me. I loved you like a boy when you needed me to be strong enough to hold you, soft enough to let you speak. You weren't asking for perfection, you were only asking me to become the kind of man I couldn't be. Now I'm finally that man you'll never need. Thunder over Tennessee, and your goodbye in my ear. Rain came down outside Knoxville, wipers barely keeping time. You were crying through the speaker, saying we'd run out of tries. Lightning split the ridge in half. You said, please don't make me stay. I pulled over on the shoulder and listened to us wash away. Thunder over Tennessee, rolling like you're leaving me. Every word another lightning strike across a blacked out sky. Thunder over Tennessee, storm outside and storm in me. By the time I crossed the Cumberland, you were already gone. Morning found me near Nashville, clouds were breaking in the east. Funny how the world keeps moving when your whole world disappears. Storms move on, even when you think they never will. Thunder over Tennessee, still echoes somewhere inside me. But the sky is finally opening, and I can see the road again. Every Thursday after midnight, I take County Road 9. Tell myself it's just a shortcut, but we both know that's a lie. Your house sits past the churchyard, third driveway on the right. And every week I slow down just to see that porch light. When the porch light dies, I guess I know it's over. No little golden promise waiting there beside the door. Maybe I'll quit driving by. Maybe that's when I'll believe you're really not mine anymore. Tonight the house was darker than I've ever seen before. No glow across the gravel, no shadow through the door. I sat there for a minute, then finally drove away. When the porch light died, something in me knew you'd stop leaving on a light for a man who wasn't coming through. When the porch light died, I finally faced the truth. You didn't turn the light off, you just stopped waiting for me to. Well, whiskey on the dashboard, your memory in the sea. Texas moon hanging razor thin, another long night I'm driving in. Your last words riding shotgun still. Some things distance never kills. There's a bottle rolling with every turn, a little too late for bridges burned. I keep telling myself you're gone, but every mile keeps proving me wrong. Whiskey on the dashboard, heartbreak on Highway 4. Your voice coming through that radio like you never walked out the door. Whiskey on the dashboard, moon station, 2:45. Some tired stranger looks like me. He asks where I'm going, I say don't know. Anywhere your memory won't go. I ain't drinking to forget, I ain't forgotten yet. I'm just trying to make it till sunrise. Whiskey on the dashboard, heartbreak on Highway 4. I ain't turning this truck around, I ain't begging you anymore. Whiskey on the dashboard, morning coming fast. Maybe somewhere down this road you'll finally stay in my past. Drove back past the water tower to the field behind your dad's old place. The fence was down, the barn was leaning. Time had changed almost everything. But underneath that cottonwood, where we swore we'd never change, I found the board we carved one summer, and I could almost see your face. Your name in the dust, beside it. Two kids making forever, like forever couldn't hide us. Your name in the dust, fading underneath my hand. Funny how a little piece of wood can hold more than a man can stand. The road is wider than I remember. The old store closed last spring. They built new houses by the river, but they couldn't change this memory. I wiped the dust away and let it settle back. Some things don't need saving to prove that they were real. Your name in the dust, mine right there beside it. We didn't get forever, but for one summer we believed it. Your name in the dust, and the evening turning gold. Some memories don't disappear, just learn how to grow old.